welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the San Francisco Giants. John Shambi and Chris Singleton with you. Singy, this might be my favorite ballpark in the game.
Just looking out over the bay, seeing the boats in the water. Beautiful ballpark, a great atmosphere. Don't get it twisted. San Francisco Giants fans, bring it.
First pitch coming your way next. Coming up on the first pitch and towing the slab, Tyler Mahle.
Well, he's got great stuff, but what makes his stuff even better is his delivery. Hides the ball for a very long time, high leg kick, and by the time the hitter sees it, it's right on top of him.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. Here comes the pitch. That misses the zone, and this one is off and running. The wind and the pitch. And another ball. Fly ball down the right field line. If it's there, it's gone, and that is gone. Shohei Ohtani goes deep, and the Dodgers have the lead. It's 1-0.
Well, we see this so much more today. Lineups with pop in the leadoff spot, and it really puts the pitcher in a tough spot out there where he has to execute right away. You can't just get over a couple of strikes to settle in, get comfortable, because at the plate, that guy's looking to do exactly what he just did. Start the game off with a huge bang.
And that one hammered. That's back. And that one is off the top of the wall. Cut off, throw to third. Not in time. He's safe.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Absolutely blasted that one into the gap, but just didn't have quite enough to clear the wall out there. Maybe a little more elevation under it and it carries over, but that's a swing you'll be happy with every time.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. Hard hit left side. Tosses to first. 1 out in the top of the first. Time to check out the Dodgers lineup. All right, Singy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for matchups and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team, and I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series.
Freddie Freeman up to the dish. In there for strike 1. Chris, how about Freddie Freeman and the career that he has delivered? He's turned into one of the better all-around hitters and a really good defender at first base. 0-1.
Yeah, really impressive that he changed uniforms and did not miss a beat. It was an emotional departure for him to leave Atlanta, but he embraced the Dodger blue rather quickly.
Oh, and he hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him.
Well, things starting to unravel out there on the mounds, giving up a few hits. Now he's hitting guys. He's got to find a way to compose himself, or he's not going to be out there much longer.
Teoscar Hernandez in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. Tucker, the runner at third. Freeman over at first with 1 away.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
Pitch misses. 3 balls, no strikes. Right through there for a strike.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
Called strike right there.
Well, in this situation with a runner on first, less than 2 outs, some say, hey, get the ground ball, double play with 2 strikes. Some people say get the strikeout. I think you just execute your pitch, make the best pitch you possibly can, and let the result be whatever it's going to be.
And down on strikes. And there's 2 down. Max Muncy at the dish. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And there's a ball.
Well, knowing that this hitter's got holes in his swing, because he's got so much power, pitcher still can get a little too tight, afraid to make a mistake.
That's in there, and that is strike 1. Two outs. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Corners are occupied with 2 down. Tap dances out of the way of that one.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
On the ground, right side. In plenty of time to first. They get the out on Muncy. Inning over, and it could have been worse. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at the ballpark, and today's starting pitcher, Shohei Ohtani.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Bottom of the first, Willie Adames stands in. The pitch. That's in there. Strike 1. And a pitch. Now a check swing, but he held up.
That's big right there, being able to check your swing. Think about the count swing. Instead of 0-2, he's sitting 1-1 against a really good arm.
Kicks and fires. And that one is inside.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And a 2-1 on the way. In the air, out towards right center. Tucker makes the catch, and there's 1 gone. Here's the Giants lineup. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out, a lot of lift and separate, Chris.
Well, we know guys are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you know, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with 2 strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a guy who's got decent pop.
Luis Arias stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. That one pulled foul.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
I can't argue with that one, and clearly he was looking for something else, anything but the breaking ball. It's a great pitch to hit right there if you're looking for it, and kind of a gift at a 2-strike count, but sometimes you just get fooled and you got to tip your cap.
Matt Chapman in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Next pitch inside, 1-1. And the righty deals. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Giants down in order. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Top of the second. And here's the rookie center fielder, Andy Pajes. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Right-hander kicks, deals. Swing and a miss. And the count even 1-1. Joe McDonald doing the home plate duties here.
Well, Joe's an interesting one. I'm always trying to figure out what exactly his zone is. Feels like it kind of moves around from game to game, sometimes inning to inning.
Next offering misses, and a count 2-1. Yeah, I think that's fair. I don't think he's ever way off with his balls and strikes, but yeah, I don't think it's easy to define what his zone is, like you said. The pitch. And that's ball 4.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Kim steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Pitch is in for a strike. It's 0-1. Nobody out. Runner at first. Swing and a miss. That is strike 2. Looked like it was a little bit up.
It's a good take.
And a swing and a miss. And that's the first out.
Man, he got a real good pitch to hit right there with 2 strikes. You cannot miss that. Not a great slider at all. And I tell you what, that's where you've got to do damage. He looked like he was on time getting the bat through the zone, but he just caught air.
Miguel Rojas at the plate. And a foul ball. Left field. Ramos makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And ball 1. Pajes leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Next offering is in for a strike. The pitch. There's a swing and a drive. Pulls it in on the warning track. So the Dodgers leave one. They lead it 1-0. And welcome back. Bottom of the second. And digging in for San Francisco, Rafael Devers. Ohtani back to work. Fought off foul. Singy, Shohei Ohtani has been as advertised. Rookie of the Year in 18, MVP in 21. He has impacted the game in a major way. And then, of course, he was on the cover of MLB The Show in 2022.
Well, he's doing something that we've never seen done before, and just absolutely phenomenal that he can be that dominant on the mound and be one of the top hitters in the game. And just watching that, it's got to take your breath away a little bit if you're a manager or a teammate to see this actually happening before your eyes.
Right side, Rojas gathers and throws to first. And Devers is set down. Next will be the Giants DH, Casey Schmidt. First offering misses the mark. That MVP I mentioned about Ohtani in 2021, he was actually a unanimous MVP. And the first unanimous AL MVP since Mike Trout in 2014. Other guys that have done that, Ken Griffey Jr., Frank Thomas, Frank Robinson. On the corner for a strike, and the count 1-1. Gets under it and pops it up. Rojas should have this one. Drops into the glove, and there's 2 away. Here's the rookie right fielder, Lee. First pitch just misses.
1 ball, no strike.
Two down, nobody on. Lined, and that's a base hit. Here's Elliot Ramos. All right, Singy, you know I'm a dork. Shohei Ohtani, go back to May 5th, 2022 at Fenway Park. He tossed a complete game through 99 pitches. Get this, 81 strikes. It was the most strikes thrown with less than 100 pitches in a game since they started tracking pitch counts.
That's just unreal.
And a foul ball. One now. Late with the swing there.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front. So off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
High fly ball down the left field line. That one back there. And it's caught just in front of the wall. So the Giants leave one. They trail here 1-0. Back here at Oracle Park, on to the 3rd inning. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Kyle Tucker. That one fouled off. Kyle's brother Preston got a little bit of time in the big leagues. Pretty good left-handed hitter. Played his college ball at the University of Florida. The 0-1. That one pushed foul. Here's the 0-2. Check swing, and he held up. Dave Roberts had a good big league career. He was a really good defender and a guy who could steal a base when you needed him to. And the Red Sox really needed him to in Game 4 of the 2004 ALCS when he swiped second and came home to score, and that kept the Red Sox alive.
Yeah, this is a guy that was a little bit of a late bloomer in his career, but ended up having an excellent career. And just the type of player, teammate he was, easy to understand how he flowed nicely into the skipper's chair and doing a great job in that position.
The batter now will be Will Smith. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. One down, base is empty. He swings and fouls one off. The 1-1 is fouled off. Here's a 1-2. And now 2-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
The next pitch misses, and that's ball 3. Righty to the plate. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
Boog, do you think you could draw a walk in the bigs if we gave you enough at-bats?
Oh, that's a good question. I think that if they gave the pitcher a false scouting report on me, yes, I think I could draw a walk. Freeman, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Freeman goes 6 feet 5 inches, batting in the cleanup spot, and he's a former National League MVP. And that one fouled off. And the 0-2. Got him. That's the second out.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
And now Teoscar Hernandez. Upstairs.
1-0.
And the 1-0. Just missed.
2 balls, no strikes.
And a pitch. And now 2-1. The pitch. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. 3rd out. 1 left for LA, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Welcome back. Set for the bottom of the 3rd. And now Bader up to the plate. And he deals. Pitch is in there. That's strike one. Bader, a former Gold Glove winner, 28 years old, and he was a third-round pick back in 2015. Yo one. Bounce to the right. Rojas. The throw to first. One gone, bottom of the third inning. And here's the catcher, Patrick Bailey. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And the right-hander deals. That one's in there. And it's 1-1. To the right side. And a couple of quick outs. Willie Adames, the next Giant to hit. He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off. That's hard hit on the line. Makes a nice running catch. And that'll do it. Giants are down 1-2-3. They still trail 1-0. Back here in San Francisco, out of the fourth, here comes Max Muncy. First offering misses the mark.
You know, these Dodgers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Next one is off the plate, and that's ball 2.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
That misses. 3 balls, no strikes. The pitch. And he walked him.
Well, just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
And now the center fielder, Andy Pajes. And first offering is fouled off. Kicks and deals. And now it's even up. Runner at first with no outs here. That one hammered center field. Bader ranging back. Looking up. Out of here. A towering shot to center. And they add to the lead. It's 3-0.
When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
And next for LA, Kim. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Next offering is in for a strike. Started to go at the 1-2. A check on it to third. And Freddie Ferguson says he went around. The punch out there. That's the first out in the top of the fourth. Miguel Rojas steps to the plate for the Dodgers. That clips a corner.
No ball. One strike.
Still only one out here in the inning. Strike two.
All right, now he may have not liked either of those first two pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Next pitch misses, and the count 1-2.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
And the pitch. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. And here it comes. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. And that's down and away. Rolled over to third. Tosses across the first, and that is out number 2. Here's Shohei Ohtani. He's already homered here in this one. There's the strike. Now 1-1. Next offering is in for a strike.
1-2.
The wind to kick the pitch. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. The wind of the pitch. Off the mark there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ground ball to the right side. Puts the tag on him, and that's the inning. 2-run shot for the Dodgers this inning. It's now 3-0. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Ready to go, bottom 4. And digging in for San Francisco, Luis Arias. And a pitch. There's a strike.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Now the 0-1. That's down and in.
1 ball, 1 strike.
In there. And so now 1-2. And that one a little bit high.
The idea was right. Looking to locate that fastball up and in. He just missed his spot a little bit.
Sets him down on strikes. Clip the bottom of the zone with a curve for strike 3. And here is Matt Chapman. Struck out swinging his first time. Ball 1 there. So 2 balls and no strikes. And that's through there for a strike. Fouls one off. 2-2. At the belt and fires. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. The pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Next one misses, and the count is filled up. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
And it's Rafael Devers in the box. And Devers hits that one. And a base hit right there.
Waste no time there. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
And up next for the Giants, Casey Schmidt. Flied to right his first time. That one's in there, 0-1. 2 outs. And a foul ball. And a pitch. And down on strikes he goes. That's the inning. 1 left for San Francisco. They trail in this one 3-0. Back here at the ballpark, we go to the top of the 5th, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Kyle Tucker. First pitch just misses. Thinking Kyle Tucker's done a little bit of everything. He's won a World Series, he's been an All-Star, he's won a Gold Glove, and a guy who was the 5th overall pick in the 2015 draft. The 1-1.
Ball.
Swings and crushes one. Right field, way back, and gone. Kyle Tucker sends it out, and they add to their lead. It's 4-0.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Here comes Gabe Kapler to the mound, and he's going to take the baseball from his starter. Tyler Mahle gives way, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. JT Brubaker gets the ball now.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Here's the catcher, Will Smith. He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off.
He's been a guy that can kind of fly under the radar, but not so much anymore. Everyone's aware of the damage that he can do in that lineup. But the guy that's kind of old school, doesn't wear the batting gloves, just goes up there and rakes. Got a great arm in the outfield as well. Definitely the pride of Plant High School in Tampa, Florida.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two. The 1-2. Hit weakly on the ground. Tosses to first, and they get the out on Smith. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
Kicks and fires. And fouled off. The wind of the pitch. Just off the outside edge. Here's a 1-2. On the ground, right side. And Freeman is retired. Here's Teoscar Hernandez, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Swing and a miss. That's strike one. And a strike in there. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. But add on one more as the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now a 4-0 ball game. And welcome back. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now, Lee. The pitch. Fastball for a strike. And it's 0-1. There's the strike.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
And down on strikes. And that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th.
Man, how many times do you see 3 fastballs in an at-bat like that? I'm sure once he got to 2 strikes, he was trying to stay back for something off speed and just not ready for that 3rd fastball.
And now Elliot Ramos.
That's the ball.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1 ball. No strike.
Righty delivers. And that misses off the outside edge.
2-0 to count.
That one's spoiled, and The count now 2-1. The pitch. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Right-hander kicks, deals.
Full count.
The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
Very close off the outside corner. Could have easily been called a strike in that location.
Man at first with one gone. Harrison Bader, the next Giant to hit. Ball 1, no strikes. The pitch. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. 2 down.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Now move to first. Ramos back on a dive. And here is Patrick Bailey.
Hook one.
That's in for a strike. Check swing, no appeal.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And a pitch. And a count 1-2. That's inside. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And the righty deals. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
The 2-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Kicks and deals. Caught him looking for the K. So the Giants leave one. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Welcome back. And now it's Max Muncy. Here comes a pitch. Muncy hits one in the air. Bader should have it. Makes the grab, 1 down. Andy Pajes steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And the first offering is not close. Pajes, 22 years old, and he was born in Cuba. Next one off the plate inside. And that's ball 2. Next pitch in for a strike. And a count 2-1.
One strike.
That one ripped left field. And it one-hops the wall. Now he turns and heads for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
And up next for Los Angeles, Kim. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
One ball, no strike.
Runner leads away at second. Foul ball. Pitch misses there. 2 balls and a strike.
2-1.
Runner at second here, 1 gone. Swing and a slow roller. Arise. Slings to first. Got the out.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground. Nice ground out.
And next for L.A., Miguel Rojas. First pitch, and he just misses. And that's in for a strike.
Wow, that's 89 on the gun, and it's a changeup. It's like good hitting if you're looking for it, but because of the speed differential between the fastball and that pitch, really hard for a hitter to get on time with it.
Right-handed reliever. Swing and a ball popped up, and he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. And he deals. Just missed. Runner at third, 2 away. Three-two now. Shohei Ohtani would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
Payoff pitch. On the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. A double in the inning, but they leave him stranded. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Giants nothing. Well, we go bottom 6. Now it's the Giants leadoff hitter, Willie Adames. And the right-hander back to work. Slider clips the zone. Adames goes 6'1", 215 pounds, and they traded for him earlier this year. The pitch. Good eye right there. And he gets that fastball by him upstairs. That's towards center. Pajes sizing this one up. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Number 1, second baseman,
Luis Arise stands in. in there, and it's 0-1.
No ball. One strike.
Left-hand batter waits.
1-1.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Pretty impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from him much, but he's got a really good feel when he throws it.
1-2 now. That one the other way. Over to first in time. Nice stretch. And here is Matt Chapman. And misses inside. Bounce to third. Muncy sends it to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Giants go down quietly. They're down 4-0. We go to the top of the 7th. Now at the plate, Shohei Ohtani. A wind and the pitch. That one lifted to left. Could be extra bases. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. And one pitch into the inning. It's a leadoff double. Here's Kyle Tucker. He's already homered in this game. Hit hard but foul off to the left. And the right-hander deals. Now one missed. Activity in the bullpen. Ryan Barucki appears to be getting loose. Number 46, a right-hander, loosening up as well. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Here's Ohtani flying around third. He scores, and the lead is up to 5.
Well done. Drives in the run. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach, paying off.
Will Smith steps to the plate for the Dodgers. That pitch in for a strike. 0-1.
You know, these Dodgers, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. Everything seems to be clicking, and the 6 extra base hits in the game kind of tells you everything you need to know. They're not getting fooled up there at all.
And now the 0-1. And now 1-2. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. And that's downstairs and outside.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Next offering is downstairs. Smith tries to hold up, appeal to first, and that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Man at first at the plate, Freddie Freeman.
1-0.
And a pitch out, but nothing going on. Good eye right there. That one inside. And that's ball 3. Downstairs, and it misses, ball 4. Here's the left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
In there for strike 1. And a pitch. Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. Tosses to first, and Hernandez is out. Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. That's outside. Ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
Second and third, 2 down. On the inside corner for a strike. Falling behind 2-1. And here it comes. Inside, just missed. Andy Pajes waiting to bat for the Dodgers. And a pitch. And that'll load the bases.
Oh, you know this guy wants to swing it, but he's showing some good patience in this one. It's the second time he's taken ball 4.
Bases full, 2 gone. Andy Pajes digs in now. First offering, and it just misses.
1-0.
At the belt and fires.
2-0.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in or on. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
2-0 to count. Here it comes. Can't find it here. That's 6 straight balls.
Boog, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
And there's the strike. Two outs. This one in the air, right field. Lee squeezes it, and that is that. So they get 1, but end up leaving the bases loaded. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Giants nothing. Bottom of the 7th. Here's a cleanup hitter for the Giants, Rafael Devers. Ohtani back to work. That's in for a strike. Kicks and fires. And that's too high.
Well, it's been a very impressive outing so far. His command has been a big part of it. Even when he misses outside the strike zone, which is exactly what a pitcher wants.
The 1-1. And that skips in the dirt. Activity in the bullpen for the Dodgers. Number 60 getting ready to go. Dyer getting loose as well. Next offering clips the zone count even at 2. And there's a ball. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, he's starting to look a little gassed to me, and we'll see if they go to the bullpen in this spot or not.
And now it's the Giants DH, Casey Schmidt. Ball 1, no strikes.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Now a check swing at the 1-1. Look down to first. Didn't go. Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Hernandez quickly throws it in. Rudder stops at second, and the first 2 reach to start the inning.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Didn't make quality contact on the ground ball to the pull side, but sometimes it's just a matter of finding the hole in the defense.
And now, Lee. And first offering is fouled off. High in the air, out to right. Tucker should have it. Makes the catch. Runner tags at second. And he's in safely at third with 1 out. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Ohtani will depart, and we'll be back with their first arm out of the pen after a quick break. So they turn to the lefty in this spot, number 70.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Two on with 1 out. Now the left fielder, Elliot Ramos. Liner caught at second to first, but he's back in time. Nice hustle to avoid the double play there. And up next for San Francisco, Harrison Bader. That one's in there, 0-1.
Not the easiest thing when you're talking about a guy that's, perhaps is going to be in the rotation, or maybe a long relief guy, to not start an inning, to come into an inning with pressure on it and try to get yourself comfortable.
Next offering is fouled back. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third.
No.
Going to count 1 and 2. And that one moves his feet. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Got him looking as the fastball runs back over the inside corner. Giants leave a couple. It's 5-0. Ryan Barucki gets handed the rock out of the pen.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Kim. First pitch just misses.
1 ball. No strike.
Kicks and deals. That one finds the corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lifted in the air down the left side, and that'll fall for a base hit.
Well, that's one of those knocks where you almost expect to get some jabs from your teammates when you get back to the dugout.
That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough. But right there, it just died and found a way to drop in on the green stuff for the base hit.
Rojas stands in now, looks at that one inside. And a pitch out, but no steal, and it's ball 2. Movement in the bullpen. Number 46. The hard-throwing righty is up and loosening. And now the lefty. That one's in there. Now 2-1.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
Check swing, but he went too far. 2-2. Throw over to first. Kim back easily. Two. And now it's filled up. So now 3-2. Ground ball right side. Fires to second for 1. Back to first. Double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
So the batting order turns over. Digging in, Shohei Ohtani. Little chopper rolls foul. Here comes the 0-1. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. The 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The big lefty turns, kicks, deals. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Left-hand hitter waits. Got him looking. That's the third out. Back here in San Francisco, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Patrick Bailey. Pitch misses inside, and that is ball one. And he deals. Close, but called a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Action in the pen down there. Jack Dyer, the lefty with big swing and miss stuff, is getting ready. The pitch. And that's a little bit high. And it's 3-0. And that's in for a strike.
Big at bat right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
Next offering finds the zone, and the count is full. In the air, right field. Tucker should have it. Puts it away for the out. So the lineup flips over. Willie Adames, the next Giant to hit. Clips the corner. 0-1. The wind of the pitch. And it's even up.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The pitch. Popped up. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
The batter, number 1, second baseman,
Luis Arias, the next Giant to hit. First offering misses the mark.
1 ball, no strike.
The wind of the pitch. In for a strike, and it's 1-1. That's a slider for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And he grounds one to the right side. Freeman takes it himself, and that ends the inning. Nothing doing there for San Francisco. Still looking at that 5-0 deficit. The left-hander on now, Eric Miller.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Kyle Tucker now at the plate. The pitch. And it's fouled away. Miller, 25 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2019. 0-2 as he waves at that one.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle. But I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
0-2 now. And the pitch is outside, ball one. And it finds its way through for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate for him. He looks locked in. Pulled that one right in the direction of the shifted defense, but no one could make a play on it. I mean, that's his approach, and it's probably not changing.
And at the plate for the Dodgers, Will Smith. That misses, and it's 1-0. Here comes a pitch. Slapped foul. Ball to strike. The pitch. Foul ball there. Struck him out looking. Fastball at the letters froze him for strike three.
No, that's not the best two-strike fastball I've seen, but certainly got away with the location there. You know, sometimes as a hitter, when you're down in the count, you're so focused on a pitcher painting the black, and you just get a little bit locked up on something down the heart of the plate, not expecting it, and it just kind of freezes you.
One to Freddie Freeman. Good eye right there.
2 balls, no strike.
Runner on the go. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. There's nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped. Caught out in front and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And that should be extra bases. Here's Tucker on his way to the plate. One run is in. Throw cut off, now to the plate. Not in time. He's safe as 2 runs score on the play.
Gets the job done as he brings home a pair. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
And up next for Los Angeles, Max Muncy. And the first pitch misses for ball one. One out and a runner at second. That misses the zone, and now 2-0.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
The 2-0 is in for a strike. Man at second. Next offering misses down and away. And the 3-1. And there's ball 4.
Well, a good day for the on-base percentage right there. Walk number 3, and the free bags keep on coming. You down with OBP, Booth?
On the mound now, number 46.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
And now, Andy Pajes. Runners at first and second with one gone. And a foul ball left side. The pitch. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And that one hops the wall. One run is in. Muncy on his horse around third. He's in there. And they now lead by 9.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. As soon as that one shot off his barrel, he was thinking extra bases. Really nice job of getting the bat out front, but not hooking around it or rolling over it. Just kept the swing on plane and smoked that thing into the gap.
One out, runner at second. And next for L.A., Kim. First pitch doesn't find the zone. On the corner for a strike. Righty delivers. And now 2 balls and a strike. Just off the outside part of the plate. And ball 4, 2 aboard. Miguel Rojas, the next to hit. Splits the plate, strike 1. One out, runners at first and second. The 0-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Here's the 0-2. Ripped on a line to center. Bader racing over to make the catch. And now the DH, Shohei Ohtani. Ball 1, no strikes. They say you win.
1-1.
Two on, 2 outs. Off the plate, ball 2. First and second, 2 down. On the ground, and that's just foul.
He's mixing his pitches really well. Late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. That's back. And that one is going to go. His second home run of the game, and they throw 3 on the board. It's 12-0.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spit on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Matt Gage gets the call from the pen.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
So digging in, Kyle Tucker. Now fly ball to right center. Bader racing after it. It one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. And into second easily with a 2-out double. One of the rarest feats in baseball and history made here today. Huge congrats to him.
And we maybe only see this once or twice a year in the majors. It takes a hot bat, a little bit of luck, and of course a lot of talent. Special to be a part of it, even as broadcasters up here in the booth.
Man in scoring position with 2 away. Will Smith steps to the plate for the Dodgers. That's a strike, and it's 0-1. The pitch.
No, that's the ball.
Action in the San Francisco bullpen. A right-hander is up and throwing. Swings through that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Runner at second, 2 down. Swing, and he breaks his back. And it goes just foul. One and 2 now. And the 1-2 misses to even the count. That one drifts inside. Freddie Freeman up next for the Dodgers. And a pitch. That one ripped. That's back. Into the bleachers and gone. An absolute blast to left. And they add on. It's 14-0.
In a 3-2 count, you've got to be ready to hit at the plate, even if it's a borderline pitch. You don't want to leave it in the umpire's hands. Got to be ready to pull the trigger. He had a great swing on that, and he got rewarded for it.
Base is empty with 2 away. And now the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. On a line, base hit. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in, and he's in at second with a 2-out double. Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
A chance for more damage right here. A couple of RBIs for him in his last AB.
Ball 1 there. And foul ball. Next one is off the plate. 2-1. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. That's back there. And that one's gone into the bleachers. Teoscar Hernandez hits one out. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 16-0.
That slider on the outside part of the plate is typically hit the other way, but to be able to get to it, pull the baseball, and get it up in the air for a home run, I'm just really impressed.
Number 67 on the pitch here. He's into the game with the bases empty. So up next, Max Muncy. And the first pitch misses for ball one. They say you win.
1-1.
Up the middle. Sends it to first. They get the out on Muncy. And that'll do it. So they back here at the ballpark. Down the third baseman, Matt Chapman. And a pitch. Just missed. Swings through that one above the zone.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
Next pitch is outside.
2-1.
And another ball. That's in there. And it's 3-2.
Full count.
Swing and a miss. Some high cheese for strike three.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with two strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Devers in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Devers, the baby-faced assassin. They say you win.
1-1.
And it is 2-1. That one just misses.
Full count.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. And that's ball four.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. A game plan that he's sticking to. He's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
And now Casey Schmidt. That one is upstairs. Next pitch is inside. Now 2-0. In the air out to center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there are 2 outs. 1 out left for the Giants. Lee, the next Giant to hit. Strike 1. Ground ball up the middle. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. They stopped the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
And here is Elliot Ramos. And that's in there for strike 1. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Fouled off down the right side. Down to their final strike. And that one a little bit high.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
And a ball evens the count. The next offering misses. And the count's full. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And they're all loaded up. Harrison Bader getting ready to hit. First offering, and it just misses. Ripped on a line. They'll squeeze it for the final out, and the Dodgers use 2 pitchers to combine for the shutout.
Well, I don't know what they did in the cage today or on the field for batting practice, but when you win by double digits, something is clicking. That batting coach feels pretty good about himself right now, but more so the players. They can't wait for the next one. Come back out, score, and get another W.
Well, this one ends in a blowout. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton.